So this week we're looking at the invitation that Jesus gives in Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28 to come and receive the yoke that he has. And he says in verse 28 of Matthew chapter 11, he says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And so, when we walk through this world and we walk through life, we're heavy laden, we're burdened down. We're burdened down with the cares of this world. We're burdened down with the weightiness of this world. We're burdened down with just the load of life. And that's what a yoke is. A yoke is put up on your back and it's strapped around your neck. And that's the purpose of the yoke is to carry a load. And so Jesus says, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke, in verse 30 he says this, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The burden of this world, Jesus says, is heavy. And so, there you are, you're laboring in this world and you're, laboring through life. And so what you find here is that Jesus' yoke is light. Now, we're not talking about things. Jesus clearly stated this. He made it very clear that he's not talking about physical things. He's not telling you to, stop your labors of work and, if you don't go out to the fields of work, labor and work anymore. He's not telling us that. We still need to work. As a matter of fact, the Bible says that, the man who doesn't work shouldn't eat. So the Bible is clear about that. The Bible says the man that doesn't provide for his own household is worse than an infidel. So the Bible clearly tells us to labor. The Bible clearly tells us to work. But Jesus says you shall find rest unto your souls. You should find rest unto your souls. So this is spiritual rest. When we look at the labors of this world and the worries of this world and the trials of the world and the burdens of this world, first of all, they're going to beat you down. They're going to destroy you if you don't find rest. And Jesus says, I am your rest. And sometimes our own decisions, that's what puts burdens and trials and heaviness up on us. Sometimes it's the decisions of others. Sometimes it's just the fact of being in this world and the trials and the torment of those trials that we go through and face every single day. But Jesus is giving us this invitation. He says, "Come to me. Come to me, ye that labor," and this world is laborious. And he says it's you've got this heavy laden upon you, but I'm going to give you rest. And the reason why he's going to give you rest, he said, because my yoke is easy. He has an easy yoke. He has a light yoke that he says right here. And you shall find rest for your souls. When you look at all the other things of this world, everything in this world is going to put burdens and trials and more load upon you. Even when we're trying to get help from certain things, when we're trying to get help in life, and, we've got this, just think positively kind of mentality. Well, friends, even that is going to put heavy loads upon your life. Only Jesus is the assurance that's going to give us rest. And his yoke is easy, he said, and his burden is light. Now we'll continue to look at why his yoke is easy and why his burden is light. The first thing we have to do is receive the invitation from Jesus. So yes, I believe you. I trust you, Jesus. I'm under this load. I'm under this heavy weight, and it is tearing me down, it's beating me down. But Jesus, I believe you, and I'm going to come to you. And I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know when you're going to do it. But Jesus, I just trust you today that your yoke is light and your burden is easy, or your burden is easy and your yoke is light, as Jesus said. But it starts off by just simple faith, accepting that invitation from Jesus and believing him, believing his word. So today, if you're under that heavy load, just turn to Jesus. Turn to him. Even if your own decisions have weighed you down, cause all kinds of heartache and pain and grief in your life, and that load is upon you and it might be about to crush you, turn to Jesus. Friends, that's good news. Good news worthy of sharing. So would you share this video so others can hear it, so they too can understand that invitation that Jesus is giving to them? Just turn to Jesus. What time is it? It's time to share the good news.